I'm a child of Asian America. I live in the famous Chinatown of San Francisco and in the exclusive Lake Forest suburb of Chicago. I live in the French Quarter of New Orleans, where other children of Asian America speak with a lilting Southern accent I find difficult to comprehend.
My father's father came on a boat from China in what seems like 1,000,000 years ago. He was in the railroad industry, I tell my friends at school. I read a paragraph about it in a textbook. My mother, born an American in the internment camps of World War II, remembers little of what it's like to be held a prisoner of war in your own country. By your own country, my grandmother reminds me. My mother's father fought in that war. He died trying to free us, my mother would say wistfully. No, he died trying to prove he was an American, my grandmother would say sternly.
I am a child of Asian America. I speak English fluently and I amaze everyone. It must be hereditary. My mother speaks English fluently and she amazes everyone too. And when I am asked where were you born and I reply Salt Lake City, Utah, they're amazed too. It takes very little for me to impress everyone.
I am a child of Asian America. For my hair is dark and straight, my eyes slanted. And for this I'll always be a child of Asian America. For not even 100 years in America could curl my hair or widen my eyes.
Sometimes I think I need a disguise, but it takes a lot of bleach and a lot of permanent solution, and perhaps some different colored contact lenses to hide my identity.
Why would you want to hide it? My father would ask angrily. You should be proud. But I do not want to be like Vincent Chin, father, is my reply, who died because he was mistaken for a Japanese. And my brother would joke, be glad that you only half then, because they can only beat the half of you which is Japanese. My father is not amused.
I'm a child of Asian America. Other children sometimes make fun of my name. They call me Gook, or Chink, or Jap. I am all of these and more. For on my shoulders, I carry the burden of 100 cultures, all varied yet lumped as one.
I am a child of Asian America. Look at me and what do you see? My parents are Korean, Filipino, Pakistani, Indian, Vietnamese, Cambodian. My family has been here for 100 years. I arrived only last year, a survivor of a refugee camp. My English is perfect. My English is broken. What matters is that you hear my voice. Hey, I'm American too.
I am a child of Asian America, and my future is mapped out for me. Teachers look at me and see a future doctor, nurse, or engineer. What they rarely see is this, that I am no different from the child who sits next to me, that I too yearn to act, write, or paint, that I too have difficulty with school, that I too can be difficult. Yet teachers look at me and see a good student.
I am a child of Asian America, and my future is mapped out for me. I can become a successful doctor, nurse, or engineer, but should I venture outside this, I am sure to find a glass ceiling.
This doesn't bother me, for because I'm a child of Asian America, I still surely must be America's child.
যদিও আমি জানি দিনগুলো ধীরে ধীরে যাচ্ছে, যদি আমি যুদ্ধ করে চলি এবং সহ্য করি এবং হাত ধরে চলি অন্যান্য এশিয়ান আমেরিকান ছেলে মেয়েদের সাথে, তাহলে আমি জানি যে একদিন আমার এই জন্ম অধিকার আমি খুঁজে পাবো। And though I know the day is slow in coming, if I struggle and persevere and join hands with other children of Asian America, someday we will receive what is our birthright.
And people will someday look at us and see that although our hair is dark and our eyes different, that we are American. 如果人间看到我们的头发都黑色，我们的眼睛都不一样，我们是美国人。
And people will someday look at us and recognize that our history is America's history, and that our story is no different from theirs. Immigrant ancestors who came in hopes of a better future, happiness and suffering. It's an old story. It's our story as well.
And people will someday look at us and smile, for they'll only see.
No longer a suspect foreigner, no longer a child of Asian America.
But only this, just another child of America, just another American child.
My name is Michael Kwan. Basically, this all came from this idea I had while people were rehearsing for the read aloud. And I thought it would be great to do a video of the poem, and I just thought it would be a great idea. And when we actually went to the read aloud, there was a slight incident that happened. Well, I guess in the end it was a big incident. The students were rehearsing out in the hallway, and the children at the school were walking by, and they started spewing out some racial epithets at the students, and one of them really took it to heart. And I guess that's what made me, that's what really inspired me to really push and to go after this thing. She went up on stage afterwards and spoke for a few minutes about how it had hurt her, and how that those words that those kids had used had hurt her deeply.
My name is Abelin Siriban. I'm a student at Stony Brook.
Short time to the intervention. Short time to the intervention.
I just want to come to you and talk to you on a personal note. I'm a child of Asian America. I see that every day when I look in the mirror.
And today, I'm sure you saw it too as you walked through the hallways and saw us practicing. And obviously we heard it, and I just want you to know that if I didn't do this, that it would hinder me for the rest of my life. I want you to know that you have taught me a very important lesson. Growing up in an all-black school, I know what it's like to be one of the only Asian American people. And for those Asians in this school, believe me, what you go through, I've been through it ×10. And if anything, like our presentation earlier, I don't know how much you got out of it, but I hope that you get something out of this. Because your comments hurt. It even hurts us, though we're older than you. And it takes a lot for me to come up here and cry in front of you, but I hope this teaches you something. Thank you.
Yeah, words have power, and what we say, what we do, how we do it really affects how people see us. And this is, to me, is sort of an empowerment thing. I was just hoping that this would be a way for other people to sort of have some window into it, and sort of have a view into our lives and our history, and to maybe understand some more